second Sam adventures is Bernie.
Oh! Oh shit! Woo!
What's up, guys? We're here for another weekend project.
Hopefully day project.
Hopefully day. We're trying to get this done in a day. We're actually going to be doing the fastest motor swap possible. It's a 94 Acura Integra. We picked it up a couple years ago for 800 bucks. Complete steel, Oklahoma, Texas car its entire life until now it's in Minnesota. It's only seen one winter so far, so not very rusty. Minor hail damage. Other than that, the body is straight. But as you can see, we got an H22 in here.
Came stock with a B18.
Came stock with a B18, but put that in a race car. This is the H22A4 out of a USDM Honda Prelude. I think it was 95? 96, sorry. And then here's the motor we're throwing into it. It's a JDM H22A out of JDM Prelude. It's pretty straightforward. It's same motor other than internal, so all the mounts and everything else is going to bolt up. It should be pretty straightforward. Just unplug everything and plug everything back in.
Next victim.
Next victim with this ghetto air box. But it works. Fully functioning car. We're going to tear the motor out of it. Woo! I think first we're going to start with, well, we're all going to pick something different and start doing it. I think personally, I'm going to go underneath the car and do the crappy shit first by like pulling in an axle. While these guys, or Jock, I don't know what Sam's going to do, start getting everything disconnected, drain the coolant. We're probably going to jack it up first, get it up on jack stands.
Gotta drop the exhaust.
Well, we just got to unbolt the header from the motor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But everything else is pretty straightforward. Just start unplugging shit and set the camera up here and we'll get at her. So if you can't tell, me and Chan have swapped this motor. This is our fourth time in this car. So we know what we're doing. We're just going to start grabbing shit, gripping and ripping, okay? Sam, he's a little newer at this. Yes, he swapped motors with us before. Not this in particular one. So he's going to be asking a lot of questions and going a little slow. But me and Chan are going to rip through this shit.
Kind of know what's going on.
He knows the gist of it, but he doesn't know exactly what to take off to be the quickest way out. I mean, I don't know exactly either, but I got the gist of it. We're going to get it done now. Where peanut butter at?
On the floor, dude.
Pass the peanut butter.
Photographic memory, dog.
It's almost empty.
You only went well.
Well, of course you did.
Is that actually the word?
Yeah.
Did you want? You can't mark it, I guess.
Well, it should be marked already. There's a line that goes all the way.
Okay.
Somebody's calling you, Sam.
Fuck them.
What is
What's your bet? Nope. Hello?
What is? It doesn't mean answer, you dick.
Can I get on a list where I never get called again? Fucking bitch, no.
You have to cuss her out.
Yeah, dude. I think it was a computer.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that before I got through it.
So, when have I been one to care about somebody's feelings?
Never?
Exactly. 14. Did anybody have one of them?
There's one on the ground over there.
Saquito. On the ground over here?
It's a red socket.
Isaac called me out for not knowing shit earlier. That was kind of rude.
Alright. You were asking a lot of questions, so it's like blatantly obvious.
Uh-uh. No. So there's certain ways to tackle shit, alright? And I didn't exactly know. It just calls me out like that.
I'll try to add more talking.
Sam don't know shit. Just ask him. If I know one thing, that I don't know nothing.
Did you take that whole roll of nickels?
What's it to you? Pulled out the starter off the transmission right here. And I pulled the distributor out because we got some make it work wiring going on in here, so we just kind of got to pull it all out as one piece.
Alrighty, so while these guys have been doing all this stuff up top, I don't even know what they did yet because I've been down here working. I got, well, we're going to just remove the fork off of the strut here, but there's supposed to be a head for a nut right there, or a bolt, and it ain't there. So we had to take the whole coil over off just to make it a little easier. Took off the upper ball joint and just removed the coil over, and then you just turn the wheel here to the side and then pop this axle out, and then I'm going to go under there and pry it out of the transmission. Set the camera back up here so you guys can see what these guys are doing.
Photographic memory, dog.
Okay guys, so I'm going to be taking this axle out and first remove these two 10s here. You probably couldn't hear me because it started impacting like a dumbass. I did it to myself.
You always do it to yourself.
Why not? Hey Sam, can you pass me those dikes over there?
I'll trade you a 12 for dikes.
I don't have a 12.
I need one.
There's also two 10s on the other side here for the, I believe it's the ABS sensor. Alright, these are two 17s on the back here. Already got my zip tie ready here, slide it through here. On there pretty good, so I'm just going to pry it off. Sorry, pain. So we already loosened this axle nut. Should just come right off. Yep. I'm gonna try to remove this fork. Alrighty. Now I'm going to take this upper ball joint off so I can tip back far enough to get the axle out of the hub. So now we're going to get in here and try to pry the axle out of the transmission. Oh shit. Literally didn't even have to pry, I just pulled it out. That's probably not the best. I think you need new clips on your axle. There's usually a lot more prying to that. So I'm gonna take this plug out here, and that's the drain plug for the transmission. And everything will be done underneath the car.
You draining the tranny right now? Yeah. What a guy. Yo, if this car drops, I need you guys to Hulk it off of me.
Yeah, we got to.
Alright guys, so I got the T-bracket down below done. I'm getting hungry as fuck, so I'm running to Little Caesars. I'm gonna take you with me. Little Caesars was closed because of technical problems. So now I'm gonna go pick them up. We're gonna go to Burger King or Subway or something. About to get back into it. Drop Motorsports.
You should say, what leak on me?
Tastes like water.
Smell like asshole. Right now we're just trying to get the rear T-bracket off. Sam's under the car. Loosening the 3 bolts. I already got the one out of the motor mount. Okay, so right now me and Shane are trying to go or take off the crank pulley. You're taking it off, make sure not to lose the little woodruff key that's holding it to the actual crankshaft. But that's it.
Alright, so now Jock is about to take off the alternator. Jock is hooking up the load leveler. We're getting the cherry picker set up. And we are going to roll this motor out. All the way to the moon?
Yeah. I just took the half shaft off. Well, I just unbolted it. And then you just wiggle it out from the transmission. And that's that.
Alright, now he's taking out the transmission bolts. Oh god, give me a sec. Okay. Nice work, fellers.
Right now, we're just taking the flywheel off so we can get to the rear main seal.
I'm telling you, I'm riding the struggle bus right to Pissed Off Town.
Made in Mexico!
What the clutch was?
No, this rear main seal. Right now we're just disassembling this motor for some parts that we need. We need this the manual timing belt tensioner off it. So we're gonna take that off, throw it on that one. And the engine mount that we have on this one doesn't have this stud here. It's gone. So we're just gonna take this whole mount off and throw it on there.
Send it.
Send it. Hey, so we're not using this belt, right?
No, I got a brand new one.
See that like razor blade right there?
Oh, man, what the hell? Oh, that was a good idea. But
Watch out, Jock.
there you go.
Alright, sorry we got the heater on, but we're about to throw the clutch and pressure plate on this hoe. Jock's over there cleaning it up. He's about to come over here and clean this flywheel up too. It's a little dirty. Got the nice new clutch here. Stage 2. Well, these guys were about to mess it with the camera, but they're trying to marry the engine and transmission.
Alright guys, we just got the transmission mounted on the engine, just starting, got the first bolt in. Gonna start tightening them all up now.
I really need that short.
Alright, so right now we're robbing the thermostat off the old one, I'm gonna put it on the new one.
Okay, well I took off the idle air control valve from the other motor. I'm gonna throw that on. And Jock's over here. He's got the starter. Okay, so I think we got everything robbed off that motor that we're gonna need for this motor. Got the timing belt all on, valve covers all back on. Idle air control valve, fuel rail, map sensor. We had to take this little piece for the oil filter and the oil cooler thing because he lost it. I didn't get the details. Yeah. What else did we steal? The EGR delete plate. Did we steal anything else? We got the timing belt tensioner off that one. All the mounts are on there. Just tightening down the valve cover now and get slapping her in the car.
So here we go. This right here, we're wondering what the fuck this is. We see the hose clamps at the end of his life. So we put an extra piece of hose around it to make a big hose clamp work. Ingenuity right there. Do the white glove test. You done that on this one yet? Dirty. Dirty. Alright, so motor's all in on all the mounts.
We unpick the cherry picker.
Cherry picker's out of the way. Now it's time to hook all the shit back up. Alright guys, so I'm gonna let Isaac explain what all just happened.
What all just happened is we put the shits back together.
Yep.
Not all the way back together. We still gotta put oil filter on it, put coolant in it, recheck all the wiring, put the intake tube on.
Why are we rechecking the wiring?
Because Sam did it, and it's his first time doing wiring, so we're just gonna.
Not first time doing wiring,
first
but
time, like,
being really responsible for all the
so
wiring.
we're just gonna run around it again. Like everything I've seen so far looks mint. So, yeah, I gotta put the speed sensor back in. So we just filled the tranny up. I think that's it.
Alright, it's getting pretty late. It's about 11:15 or so. It's got tires, it's got the oil filter back on, it's got coolant. I think he already put the oil back in. Getting close to the first startup. Alright, we're 98% sure everything's back together.
Except for the battery.
Except there's no battery in it. Here we go. Going for the first startup. So it's in gear, that's for sure.
Not bad, guys. I'm sorry.
No, we're getting them. We died.
Saw a big ass spark though.
Damn.
What was that?
I don't think your spark plugs are
Oh,
tight.
yeah. No plugs.
Definitely no plugs.
They're
it doesn't have spark plugs. Alright. Let's ride. Purring like a kid.
Thanks for watching.
Turbo.